Assalamu alaikum everyone, and welcome to today's DOGE update on Adam coins. If you're outside of YouTube, you can always go to YouTube. You can search for Adam coins right there, and you can find this video and like it and show some support. Okay, and thank you so much for every single person out there for appreciating my videos and my analysis. It really means a lot. It was an unexpected event for me for getting this much round of appreciation from everyone else. Now, business continues as usual, and I want to talk about Dogecoin in detail and when can it pump, what is the future, and how it's looking. Now, for me personally, Doge is still bullish. I'm gonna say it again and again, and I stand by my words unless I'm not losing this level. The day that I'm gonna lose the 0.16 is the day that I'm actually going to say that Dogecoin is actually gonna jump even more towards the downside, and I'm gonna pack my bags. I'm gonna take my bags and I'm gonna move to Mars. I'm gonna leave Earth completely. Okay, so until it doesn't happen, there is nothing to actually worry about. Now, basically, what I want to talk about today is when can Dogecoin start going towards the upside, and some few things that I want to analyze in there. Okay, there's some few things to analyze about Dogecoin, and I was just doing some research here, and just as I used to do to click on the fib retracements. Okay, I'm gonna go up to the tools right there, click the Gann and the Fibonacci tools, click on that, the fib retracement. It's an Alt F or an Option F here on the Mac. So I'm gonna click on the fib retracement like that. And when I click on this one, I'm gonna take this top right there all the way down to the bottom, down, just like that, and I'm gonna place the fibs. Okay, so they're gonna give me this level of resistance, and of course, if I zoom in, I'm gonna take the magnifying glass right there. Let's zoom in just a little bit here, and you can already see that on the 0.382 we've had a big resistance, which is the 0.2860. Anytime you came here, down. Anytime you came down. Okay, and we had this trend line that was moving, and I've been talking about this trend line in the past as well. And you know, this trend line, yeah, it has broke down, went for the retest, and look, failed. Okay, and also equally on the video I told you that 0.252 is a level that you don't want to see lost, and it got lost, it went down. Now, there is some confusion for many people when they're watching these videos. There are different time frames that I mention, and people get confused. Now, the first things first, you see guys, if you are at if you bought at 0.25, okay, I entered at 0.32, and my way of trading something is based on a monthly or a weekly time frame, the midterm time frame. If I'm entering at 0.25, I'm gonna wait until this one gets to $1 or 4x or 2x. Okay, otherwise I don't like to trade the small intervals, which is 25, the 22, for example. Sometimes I do, but that's not my own way of trading. Now, if you're actually thinking based on a day, based on the 4-hour time frame, yes, if you go from 25 to 22 cents, yes, it is a drop nonetheless, and on that day you can actually make some income as well. I'm not saying that it's not a bad idea to trade. If you're getting free money, do it. But this one here, there's another group of people. If you're a person who is trading, I always show you this chart that there's a support right there. If you lose it, you're gonna go down. If you respect it and bounce from it, you're gonna go up. So it is a number of probability and statistics. It depends on where you move on from here. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is for the people who are simple, looking for a long term, and they're just holding. Okay, they're holding their coins. For these people, I normally say it doesn't matter if you have entered even at 50 cents. Let's say you entered at 50 cents, and right now we're sitting at 24 cents. Okay, this one should shake you out, and this is the reason why I say don't sell in a loss. Keep holding. Sooner or later, in a week, in a month, they are gonna go back to the 50 cents, unless we don't start to get back into the bear market, which is of course losing a price level of the 16 cents right there. Do you see that? Unless you're not losing that, this is always gonna go up at some time near the future. So selling in a loss is a stupid idea and a bad practice as well. And at the moment, just like this was Fibonacci retracements, going back to the main topic of today's video, is that the Fibonacci tells you the level of support and resistance, if you know that very well. And there's one more Fibonacci tool for trend based, which can tell you when a trend is going to change. Okay, that is the first thing. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to zoom out, and I'm going to go back to the Fib and Gann chart tools, and I'm going to click on it, and I want you to scroll all the way down, and you're going to see trend based Fib time. There is two, so don't get confused. There's trend based Fib extension, that's the extension right there, and what we need is the trend based Fib time. Click on that, and I'm going to zoom out, and just the way as I took this top to the bottom right there, that's exactly, but I need the date. The date that the top occurred is on 8th of May, so I'm going to click on 8th of May, and the bottom happened on 20th of July. So it actually doesn't matter if you click here, if you click here, if you click here, but what matters is you click on the date. So I can even place this one right there. It doesn't matter. Okay, so once I do that, it's going to give me all the extensions. And look guys, yesterday as soon as it entered this area, do you see this line? It entered this line, and you can see a trend was changing and it went towards the downside. Do you see that? The next trend is gonna come until 13th of December. So can we see Dogecoin pumping until 13th of December, then go down? Or can we see Dogecoin moving to the sidelines and then start going towards the upside from 13th of December? This is the question that has to be answered, but nonetheless, the trend is going to change on 13th of December. We have already entered yesterday we entered a new trend, okay? We started with a downfall, but this has to be decided in the next 23 days, in my opinion, and we're going to see if we're going to move towards the upside, or we are just going to move sideways, or we're going to move towards the downside. Now the downside for me is not really my personal opinion is that the downside is not going to happen anytime soon, okay? Otherwise, if you lose the 21 or cents, you're going to go all the way to the 16 cents, okay? Remember that if you lose the 21, you're losing this major support of the symmetrical triangle as well. Do you see that this has been respected for a very long time? So if you're going to lose this level and you're going to lose this symmetrical triangle support right there, it's going to push you all the way towards the downside. So keep that in mind. Just as I told you, you're going to lose the 25 and you're going to go down. You can lose the 21 and you're going to go more down. But at the moment, it has slowed down, and you can see on the symmetrical triangle, we have find that bounce off there, okay? So that's a good sign. There's nothing bearish and there's nothing bad about it. So for me, I'm gonna just keep holding until maybe 13th of December all the way to 10th of January. So my maximum holding time for this one is gonna be until 10th of January, and that's how I trade basically as a swing. I like this kind of midterm swing tradings because it gives me more upside potential. So whatever the prices are going to go until 10th of January, that's where I'm going to decide if I want to keep this coin or not. So this is a basic idea for people who are wondering how long should I hold a coin. So you have one change of trend on the 13th of December, and one is going to change on 10th of January. Could 10th of January be the end of the bull market for Dogecoin? That has to be answered at the moment. So I do believe maybe you could be pumping towards go towards the upside until 10th of January, and then you can start a bear market and a crash, and from there you can take your whatever your belongings are, okay? That is the first thing. Now the trend-based fib is working in this manner. The second thing I want to talk about is about this upper trend line. Do you see this upper trend line that is going down of this symmetrical triangle? I was noticing something, and are we forming a range? Now this is valid because yeah, we had resistance there, we had another resistance here, another resistance here, another there, and another one. So as much touches as you get, that creates a trend line. That's how you make a trend line, okay? So we got so many touches right there, and this is a valid trend line, by the way. But the next question is, was this a swerve? Did I actually make decisions really quickly and this was in a range? Was this like this from there to there? Yeah, is it something like this? Okay, because if it's something like this one and we extend this one just like that, which I don't think so. some traders are saying that we're still in a symmetrical triangle and we never really broke out. But I saw the volume back in the days, and this was a clear breakout. For me, that was a breakout, but you can see it actually came inside the triangle once again. So if that is the case, you can once again see that the apex is also near 13th of December. Do you see that? If I show you the end of the apex. So you could see a very boring movement of Doge until for the next 20 days it won't even pump. You're gonna think, oh no, Doge is not gonna pump, and when you're gonna feel like selling it until for the next 20 days, that's it's actually where it's gonna start to pump. Now this is a small idea, but for me, I don't really think that this is actually quite accurate. It is a trend nonetheless. You have one touch there, you have another touch here, and another touch here, but in reality, the more touches the better to make a trend line. And the previous trend line that I just showed you, which is this one, makes much more sense to me, because you can already see that because of this trend line we're also bouncing off from this support level right there. So that's it for the Dogecoin update. Right now we want to see some decision on the next few days. I think this is the end of your correction right there, and from here we're going to start moving towards the upside, because you have find support on the moving symmetrical triangle, and at the moment it's looking to pick up, and it's looking to make the move towards the upside anytime soon. Maybe by 20th of November, after 3 days, who knows, or maybe by December we can start that major rally towards the upside. So that's it for Doge update today. I hope you did enjoy that one, and I'm going to see you tomorrow with a new update. Allah Hafiz.